Hello all. Right, we're at an old building that's called Kincaldrum, Kincaldrum House, which is an old disused building just there. We're thinking of going to have a closer look at it, an adventure. There's me and Kane, he's tagging along. We've got our wellies on, as you're definitely going to need for this kind of weather. This time of year, being November, it's been waterlogged, there's just mud everywhere, it's filthy. So come prepared this time with my wellies. So I'm going to have a look over there and see what I can see of the Kincaldrum house between Dundee and Forfar. It was suggested by some of the viewers on the comments and chats, on the live chats. I wasn't really overly particularly aware of this place until I remembered, or remembered, probably heard of it at some point in life, but it was suggested anyway, so I've actually got the time to go out and explore it. So I'll get nearby it anyway, as close as physically, safely and legally allowed. So whatever, I'm not going to break in or anything like that, just having a look because I'm interested in old buildings. So I'll keep you posted. So I don't know the history, or much of the history on it yet. I haven't really done any research into it other than just find out where it was. It was suggested to us where we could go for possible adventures and explorations and that. So I could probably do a little bit of research later into it, put some text up on the video or something, you know, just do a little bit of history. I haven't done much research into it at this stage, but if I find out anything, I'll try and remember to put it on as a text on the screen. Wellies are absolute essential because of the very nature of the ground that we're going to be walking on. So to access it, there is a gate through the whole of this. There's a gate in this wall that allows access, a means to get through it without having to climb the wall. Let's put it like that. It looks like there's another gate in the distance, so I'll just sort of make my way over to it and just see what I could do. Show some of the surface that we've got to walk on. So this is a new one on us. I've never been here before. I don't know the plans of what we're doing or how we're going to get to it and that. Just like as per usual, just plan B, make it up as we go along. Wing it. And you could probably appreciate why wellies are required if you want to stay clean. Doing this, or fairly clean, let's put it that way. Cleaner than you would be without wellies, because I've made that mistake many times. So there's just a little bit of a closer zoom in on it, and there is a gate just up here a bit where we could go through in order to get to it, I thought as well. So that's just a little bit of surrounding views. It's a lovely bit of countryside round about here where it is, and that. So there's a gate there. Wow, this is quite big, a big building. So as usual, it's extreme caution because these buildings do fall into dangerous condition. Everything falls off these buildings. And just looking at something that's drawn my attention up ahead there, I don't know exactly what it is, but I'll show you. It's that wall. I'm not quite sure just what that is, but first things first, I'm going to have a look around this. I might look at that later, but in here we'll do this first. We'll have a look at this building first, and then maybe look at that later. So you could tell it was the right decision to bring wellies. Now I could see a bit of a doorway as well, which is, wow, look at this. Some of the original wood that's still left. Now this is in a dangerous condition, so extreme caution must be adhere to. In fact, advise you to stay away from it, to be honest. I wouldn't advise you to go near it. But I just said me a bit, don't go near it. I wouldn't promote anybody to go close by a disused building like this. So I've said my bit. I won't advise you to do it. So never mind what I'm doing, I'm just telling you that I haven't promoted or asked or suggested anyone you should do it, and saying that don't go near it, it's dangerous, and that's it. Bit's going to fall off at any moment. Trees are growing at the centre of it as well. Grief. Oh look, there's something over there. Did you see that? Look, some sort of wheel. Yeah, tyre of some sort. Just clocked that in as I was coming around here. I was wondering what it was. I think that was a trailer or something, or what's left of a trailer. So just watch yourself, because that is quite dodgy up there. That looks like it's just, see the wall, if you look up there, you see that it's sort of kind of warped. It's like it could collapse, you know. Yeah, it just looked a bit iffy, like. So I just watch which, be careful what's going on here. Sort of bath. See the bath? Aye, it's a bath. Baths outside. Plenty of rain for it. This bit here looks quite intact. Well, intact, but more sort of interesting. An external staircase or something. You see the original door shutters, window shutters as well. Now that big bit of chimney, I don't want that falling on my head. So this old bath that's just been put outside. There's a technique that the farmers use. They sometimes use old baths and that for the catchment of rainwater for the cattle to drink off it. I've seen that before in many fields. Yeah, it looks a bit iffy, doesn't it? You just got to watch that cladding doesn't fall off on you as well, and especially these big spikes. The railings, and they could come off, and that cladding's already peeling off, like you could see it there. Like, so I wouldn't want to be hitting the head with that. Impaled with that pole that's about to collapse. And the big spikes look pretty nasty. Look at that. Drain pipe. drums, cooking oil drums I think. It's just all overgrown, is it? So what amazes me is that the way the trees are just grown right next to the buildings. These trees are probably a fair age, so why would they plant a tree next to a building, or vice versa? Why would they build a building right next to the trees? That's something that I've been noticing fairly lately. It's a phenomenon that I've just been seeing quite lately. It's very unusual because it just didn't make any sense. And the bizarre trees as well. So I've done separate videos on that on my channel, but there's a good shot. Just log everything you can. What else? Let's see. Oh, look, you get the front features here. The window features of the building. That wall, I'm still baffled. Come on, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get right down to it, but it's right next to someone's property, which I won't go to, obviously, to film. But I just want to see the video of this building. Kincaldrum House. Kincaldrum House. I'll get the rhymes and spellings and some details and that accurately put on later, and just at this point just going about having a look. I'll get all the stuff sorted later on. I'll get the adventure bit done first. So yeah, like I say, these trees, I don't know why on earth they would have a tree so close to a building, or why they would have the building so close to the trees. I don't think they would. If the trees are younger than the building, then why would they plant them where there was a known building? If the building's older, if the building's younger than the trees, then why would they build a building next to the trees? And the roots are coming right up through the building. I mean, that there is just nuts. Why on earth would a tree grow there if there was a building? They wouldn't put a building where there was a tree, and they wouldn't put a tree where there was a building. So how has it got to that stage? How has that happened? I find it odd, but anyway, let's continue on here. Put the light on for this. Then what to watch out for, Kane? Watch out for any nails that are sticking up on woods and stuff, because they'll just burst right through these bits. See, that's what it's saying. Look, you see the tree there, right next to the tree. I've always been bewildered by that. I just can't understand why they would do that. It's very odd, very unusual. You see a little bit of that archway roof here. So let's just watch what's going on above before we get too close. It's like some sort of thing that's left. This will be the main. Alright, so I'm going to be bloody careful what I'm doing there. The rafters on that are totally just hanging on by a ball here, so to speak. Kincaldrum House. Kincaldrum, that's spelling right. So looks like a bit of an original lock and everything. So I don't want to disturb anything, because if it starts fighting the buildings, it could cause upset in the building, make something like fall off. So the more I think that down there's maybe a walled garden or something. Might be a private garden, so I'm not going to go near that for filming or anything like that. But I think that's maybe what that could be. So we'll have a look around the other side. Just being extra careful not to tip over anything because of this. It doesn't look quite so healthy at this side either. Just didn't touch that fence, it may be electric. So if you could step over it maybe. I mean, take away your wellies, but get a bit of wood or something and push down on it to get over it. In case it is electric, it might just be, just when I see the insulators that suggests to me that it's an electric fence. So I might want to stay on the other side of it for now. I'm on a bit close to the building here, but just see what's what anyway. I'm going to go around it again anyway, just get some footage for you at the moment, then I'll have another wee look at it, then not film and then closer look. Just get all the footage done, at least I've got that done, over and done with. In case we've got to go, I can have another look. So I've got this footage all the way around the building, because that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then I'll maybe focus in on a few things and get the footage of that also. I'm not sure about going in it, like, how you like go in, because we could see through the windows what's inside, so there's not really any necessity to go into it, putting myself in like unnecessary danger, or any more danger not already in. I'd like to know a bit more about this. I just haven't done any research at this stage of the time. I will do later. I just say I could maybe say a little bit about it on the introduction to this video, if I remember and if I have the time. Just primarily at the moment, it's just to show what it looks like. So yeah, I was just looking at this orange stuff on the wood. Trying to zoom in. Doesn't want to zoom in. There we go. So I was just, wasn't want to touch it or anything, I just want to know what that is like. What is that orange stuff? Is it a fungus or something, or what? Mould or what? What is it? Microorganisms of some sort. They're all over the wood on this tree here. So I just made an observation and noticed that. Didn't want to touch it, obviously. I don't see it on any of the others so far. It just seems to be on this. So I'm sure I've seen some of this before elsewhere, but just curious to know what it was. If you know, just bang it in the comments if you want to tell us what your view of it, what you think it is, because I have no idea whether it's some kind of growth or mould or microorganisms of some sort. I don't know, but I'm just observing what's here and logging it in. So it's basically have a look first, see what there is, and I could research in that later. Obviously I had to do pre-research to make sure it was okay to do this. I had to do some kind of research first before I got to it. Find out where it is, what the condition, how to access it, and then I could later on get a bit of history on it. Oh yeah, what we've done is we've walked right round it. I've logged the footage in, and I'm going to have a look at it again, closer in depth. I've got footage at this point. I'm going to have a wee think of what that is down there. I'm not going to film anything. I'm not going to go near anything. It's private, like, and respect the privacy. So I'm going to do that just now, and then I'll get back to you later. So let's have another look at this. I just had to get the footage in before get that in first so that it's there, and if I have to leave for whatever reason, at least the footage is there. And now I could actually go and have another look around it. I've got that. I'll capture whatever I deem necessary to add to the video. And that's the A90 in the distance, a busy road, so the traffic, heavy traffic on it. And it's not overly far from the A90, it's between Forfar and Dundee. So yes, it's extremely muddy. That'll be fine. Okay viewers, and just trying out an experiment. I've done very little research, but I'm going to read off something that I've written just so I can tell you a bit about it. The aim is to have me hold the phone there, I can read off it and have that in the background. So basically, in a nutshell, Kincaldrum House was built in the 18th century. During its life it was extended and later remodelled in the 19th century. It was finally abandoned in the 1950s and remained empty ever since. It has ended up in this state as you see it in today. Right, round of applause. I said that with a 1 star, only because I wrote it down. My mate here, Cian, is kind of to hold the phone with a written off it to try and give you some sort of information on it. But I'll do proper. I was only just walking up from there to here, and I was looking on Google. I got it off online, and I just wanted to give you something. I'll get more in depth. Maybe later, if I get the time, I could do a proper article video on it, or I might even try that again. That was actually alright. It was actually quite good. That do that technique. So I'd read off there, have that in the background. What was it you said? It was like the new support. BBC. So yeah, I've just pretty much done an adventure. That's pretty much. What do you think of it then? Broken. Yes, broken. Sadly, it's in the ruined state. It's been a ruin for years. So it's the first time I've actually really done it. The first time I've been here, to my knowledge. The thing, by the way, I was looking at down there. I didn't film it for YouTube. I didn't go down for filming for YouTube because it's sort of too near the houses in the private area. But I'm just guessing it might have been at one time perhaps a walled garden for the Kincaldrum house. It's possible, I don't know. It may be that. I'm just guessing because it looked like a kind of walled garden. It reminds me of a walled garden, and it could just be used for, whatever it's used to be for, whatever, like, not my business. But I can't obviously. I don't publicise the stuff that's private. So I'm just guessing that that's going to be originally part of a walled garden for this building at one time. I've seen pictures online actually when I was having a look up. If you just Google it, and it actually looked quite impressive. Originally it was in good condition when it was a house. It was quite a big mansion, impressive like building. I think Baxter's family was mentioned. There was a few others. I didn't want to go into all that because I just didn't want to give you part information that I didn't really properly. It'd just be half-cooked statements which I don't like. But so I gave you just a rough idea when it was built. But it was something to do with there was a soldier or something that had it in the Spanish soldiers that had it in the 17th century, something like that. Again, you could verify all that. Just research, because that's what I done. I researched in it. I don't know anything about the history and intelligence. I researched briefly here in the middle of a muddy field on the phone. So just so you're not like totally not knowing to give you just a hint of a clue as to a bit about the history of it from what I've done in research. But you certainly saw the visual what it's like today anyway, what it's the condition at the end. It's too dangerous to go in because any big bits of you basically saw inside anyway through the apertures of the windows, so there's not really much more to see by going into it. Right around it. So I've pretty much done the adventure for the Kincaldrum house. I could come back with the other two that might want to have a look later on it, just if they want to see it firsthand. And if there's anything else I want to show on that one in there, I could do so, maybe doing a follow-up video of it. Maybe put on a bit more research into it as well, maybe give you a bit more that I could find. But it's quite easy, you just stick the name in Google, there you go, it comes up with a shit ton of stuff, just read about that, you see some pictures of what it was like. That's all I did basically, just so that I could just stick on the video, give you an idea what it's about. The main purpose was to come here to actually see it firsthand in person, show the video footage to you, share it, put the idea into your head, so at least if you type it in you want to see it, and you could say, well, maybe one thing leads to another, I might want to learn a bit more about it. So that's how it starts, and you become interested in it, and get interested in the history obviously as well. There's a lot to do, there's a lot to see, and this is just one of the ones that was suggested to me by one of my fellow viewers that views me and put the comments in the chats and that. It's just good of them to do that, so I appreciate that. Otherwise I've probably no idea when I would have come across this. I just came here on that information that was sent to me. I got the bearings sent to me, so I just checked the bearings, put on the map, pinpointed where it was, got my Scottish here, and actually got all done the legwork, had a look round. So it was once a grand building, I guess. So it's been derelict for about 75 years, so anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I think there's much more to do, is there? Just round the video off. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Just see what else I've got on my channel. Okay, bye for now.